In today's video, I'm going to break down the biggest mistake people make with their home insurance and how to fix it before it costs you thousands. I'm Ashley Roberts, and let's be honest, most people set up their home insurance once and never look at it again. It just kind of runs in the background, and we assume we're covered if something goes wrong. The truth is, a lot of homeowners are actually underinsured and don't even realize it. And when disaster strikes, that oversight can lead to huge out-of-pocket costs. So today, I'm going to walk you through the number one mistake to avoid, the common gaps most people miss, and how to make sure your home is actually protected. Let's get into it. By far, the most common and costly mistake is underinsuring your home. Most people buy insurance based on the market value of their home, what they paid or what it would sell for. Insurance isn't about what your house is worth on Zillow. It's about what it would cost to rebuild it. That's called replacement costs, and it's usually a lot higher than you think. Construction costs, labor materials, they've all gone up. So if your house burns down and you're only insured for what you bought it for 5 years ago, you might not have enough coverage to actually rebuild. And most insurers use something called the 80% rule. That means your home must be insured for at least 80% of its replacement costs, or you won't get full coverage on a claim. Let's say your home would cost $500,000 to rebuild today. If you only have $300,000 in coverage, you're only at 60%. That means any claim you make could be penalized and you'd get less than you expected. If you want peace of mind, make sure your policy covers the full replacement value. And if you don't know what your number is, ask your insurer or use a replacement cost calculator. This isn't just a technicality. This is the difference between rebuilding your home or facing a six-figure gap. Another reason people underinsure is they want to save a little on premiums. But if you're saving $200 a year and it ends up costing you $100,000 when a disaster strikes, it's just not worth it. Another similar mistake is not updating your insurance after renovations. So if you've made improvements to your home, maybe a new kitchen, new roof, added a deck or home office, but haven't told your insurance company, you're likely underinsured. Even something like replacing flooring, updating a bathroom, or finishing your basement increases the value of your home and the cost to rebuild, but your policy won't reflect those changes unless you update it. And if a disaster strikes, the payout you get might not be enough to rebuild what you actually had. So here's a simple rule. Anytime you do major updates to your home, let your insurer know. It could raise your premium slightly, but it ensures you're actually protected. Also, if you've added expensive furniture, electronics, or appliances, make sure your personal property coverage reflects those changes too. It's really easy to forget how much stuff you've added over the years. Another tip is to keep receipts and take pictures of major upgrades. It makes the claims process so much smoother. Another big mistake is assuming that your standard policy covers everything. Floods and earthquakes are not covered under most standard homeowners policies. If you don't buy these separately, you're not protected. And here's the thing, you don't have to live in a high risk area to be at risk. Flash floods can happen just from a heavy rainstorm. Earthquakes can hit places you don't expect. So if you've skipped these policies thinking, it'll never happen to me, that might be a gamble you don't want to take. There's even estimates that 1 inch of flood water can cause $25,000 worth of damage. And most Americans don't have flood insurance, even if they live in areas where flooding is becoming more common due to climate shifts. Even if your lender doesn't require it, take a minute to just check your risk zone and reassess whether those add-ons make sense. You can also ask your insurance provider to explain what exactly is and isn't covered. Sometimes they offer bundle discounts for adding on protection. Let's go even deeper. These are some common oversights that quietly leave homeowners exposed to risk, and they're more common than you think. So 1, choosing actual cash value instead of replacement costs like we talked about. Actual cash value sounds fine until you file a claim and realize it includes depreciation. That means your 5-year-old $2,000 sofa might only be worth $700 in the eyes of your insurer. Replacement costs, on the other hand, pay to replace the item with a new one of similar quality. No depreciation taken out. It usually costs a bit more in premiums, but gives you a significantly better protection. Number 2 is not checking your deductible. That low monthly premium might look great until you find out that your deductible is $5,000. For smaller claims, like a $2,000 water leak, you'd be paying the whole thing out of pocket. So make sure you know your deductibles and make sure it matches your emergency fund or risk tolerance. A slightly higher premium for a lower deductible could be worth it, especially if you think you might need to file a claim in the near future. Number 3 is assuming everything inside your home is covered. Most standard policies have coverage limits for valuables. Things like engagement rings, fine art, musical instruments, or collectible items may only be insured up to a few $1,000s total. If you've accumulated expensive belongings over time, you might need to schedule them individually with a personal property rider to get full protection. Number 4 is never reading the exclusions. Every policy has exclusions. Mold damage, termite infestations, foundation issues, and routine maintenance problems are usually not covered. One of the worst surprises is learning that damage isn't covered because it's considered preventable or wear and tear. Make sure you read your policy's exclusion sections or ask your agent to walk through it with you. Even upload your policy to ChatGPT and have it summarize it for you. Number 5 is not bundling policies. Bundling your home and auto insurance with the same provider doesn't just save you money, it can also streamline your experience if you ever need to file multiple claims. You may get access to discounts, better service, or faster claim approvals. Just make sure the bundled coverage still gives you the protection you need. Price shouldn't be the only deciding factor. Now, if you're not sure where to start or whether you're underinsured, it's super easy. What you want to do is take a free home insurance survey that helps you reassess your coverage. And we've left a link in the description so you can go ahead and do it super easily yourself. So once you click that link, it will bring you to here. You just have to type in your zip code, answer when your house was built, does your home have an in-ground pool, what your household income is, and how many cars does your household have. And then lastly, if you had a family member honorably served in the US military. And then you can just submit it. It's super easy and only takes a few minutes, and it can save you thousands. So at the end of the day, insurance is about protecting what matters most: your home, your stuff, and your peace of mind. The biggest mistake you can make is assuming you're covered without actually checking. So take this as your sign to open that dusty old policy, make a few calls, use this quick survey, and make sure your home is actually protected. That wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. This channel is dedicated to helping you make smart, informed choices about insurance without the jargon or confusion. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave any comments or questions below. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.